Okay, welcome to the Radiometric Dating Lab video. So in this video, I'm going to help you with acquiring data just in case you were unable to get data for your lab. So we are going to be measuring the age of these objects here that are listed A through F, and what we're going to do is we're going to find them in the table and then use the Geiger counter to determine it. So remember, when you click on the link, you need to go to dating game, and here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first arrange these objects in the table. Now, when you arrange them correctly, they should go from oldest to youngest. I will not be putting them in order of oldest to youngest because I'm not doing, you have to do that on your own. So I'll be testing you on your ability to do that. So I'm just going to move them down here. But remember, this is not correct. You have to put them to from youngest to oldest. Okay, so now wherever your cup is in your table, I want you to find it. That's the first object I'm going to measure. So here we go. I'm going to go to the cup. I put my probe on it, this pop-up window. It's on carbon 14 and it says 88.2%. So I need to move the marker here so that the amount of carbon 14 is about 88.2%. Okay, that's close enough. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. That says 1016 years. So I'm going to put 1016 and check that estimate. And if I get a ding and that's correct, I'm going to put that number in. So 1016. Okay, next object I'm going to do is the rock. So let's go over to the rock. And just so y'all know that, like I said, that these are estimates, so your value may, if you're doing this on your own, your value may be a little different than mine. Because I only moved the cursor so that it's 88.3%, not 88.2, but that's close enough. So this estimate is a little off. All right, so I'm going to do the rock next. Here's the rock. That pop up here, so I'm ready. I look, carbon 14 is 0%, so what does that tell me I need to do? All right, if it's 0%, I need to choose another isotope. Let's try uranium. I get 82.3%. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move that. And again, I'm looking at that top number, looking for it to be close to 82.3. Oh, perfect. Wow. Now this says 1.25 billion years. So if it's billion years, you are going to have 9 zeros after. And I'm actually going to keep the 25. So 1, 2, 5. Now, where the 2 and the 5 are, that's where the zeros would be. So far I've used technically like two places or where 2 zeros are. So that's 3. I need 6 more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check that. Great. So this is the number I need to put in. So 1250 000 000. So that's for the rock. It's pretty old. Okay, so that's billions of years. All right, now we're going to do the skull. So I'm going to move my Geiger counter to the skull. Notice that nothing's showing up under uranium. So, but that's probably because I'm not touching the skull. And how do I know it's because I'm not touching the skull? If you're touching the skull, then you should get a pop-up. And now you should see an actual percent. So even though it's 0%, it's telling me that it's working. So if you just get a line there, it's not working. All right, so because it says 0% uranium, what should I do? Great, go ahead and try something else. Now here, this one's custom, and that's 99.9%. That's too high, there's too much in there. I won't be able to get an accurate measure. So let me try carbon 14. 98.2 is a little bit better. So if it's close to 100, you really can't get an accurate measure. If it's super close, like just essentially 100. Because it's hard. It's like if you know when you move this, it goes from 100 to 91%. It's just a little more difficult. So, oh, great, 98.2. So 133. Check my estimate. That works. So this is the value I'm going to put here. Now we're going to do this fossil. Alright, so I'm going to go find it in the thing. Great, so I have it on there, and I have it under carbon-14, and whoops, guess what? It's reading 0%. So what do I need to do? That's right, change the isotope. Let's try uranium. Still says 0%. I need it to say something other than 0%. And then custom. Now here, it's still reading 0%, but I can actually change the half-life for this. So I'm just going to keep trying in this dropout until I can get... Great. I had to change it several times, so 100 million years. All right, cool. So now that I have that, I can determine the estimate. So it's 11.7. My number right now, percent of the isotope is 48.3%. So I need to move this till it gets to 11.7. So now I have to move it to the right since I'm decreasing the percent from where I started. Okay, my goodness. 11.9. I think that's close enough. So this says 307.20 million years. So I'm going to ignore the 0.2 part, and I'm just going to put 307. So it's 307. And if it's million years, you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. And I'm going to go ahead and check my estimate. Okay, there we go. So now this number I'm going to put in 307, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's try this fish now. So the fish is the next one. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to make a mistake here so that we can see what happens if you make a mistake. All right, so first of all, I put it on the fish and it's reading 100%. That tells me that this isotope is has too long of a half-life, so none of it's decayed yet. So I need to change the isotope. Now what I could do is I could change it this way. I can change the isotope here, just change the half-life of my custom isotope. Or I can go to carbon-14 and try that. I can go try uranium. I can try a different one. So if you're on custom already, you can change the length of the half-life. If you want to, it'll give you the same value. So let's first go ahead and try this one here and see what the value is we get. 89.5. Oops, I'm going the wrong way, huh? 89.5. Okay, that's 89. Wow, okay, great. So I get 15680. All right, 15680. Okay, I would check that estimate, boom, and then it will probably come up correct. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave that in here just to see if I get the same value when I do carbon-14. So I'm going to do carbon-14. Carbon-14 says 14.4. So let's get that. Notice how the numbers are a little different, but they're pretty much the same. Like they're an estimate of each other, right? They're roughly the same. So this says 16014. So what this is telling me is that the age of this fish is about 16,000 years. So this number is close to 16,000 and that number is close to 16,000. So that was just to show you can do it either way. So let me go ahead and just put 16,000 in here and see if that works. Great. All right. So I meant to show you a mistake. I'm going to show you a mistake with the last one, but I'm going to go ahead and put 16,000 in for this one. Okay. Now the last one is this dinosaur skull here. So I'm going to go and move my probe here. Notice it says 0%. So what do I want to do? Change the isotope to one that will work. I'm going to try uranium. That ain't working. I'm going to try custom. It's still saying 0. So then you go to the half-life section here and you move it until you get another number other than 0. Nice. Okay, so it's 32.4. And this says 104.98 million years. So what if I were to go ahead and just put in 104.98? Let's see what happens when we do that. Boom, that's wrong. Okay, now why is that? So I have to click on it if it's wrong. I'm going to put that in again so you can see that. Check my estimate. If it's wrong and you want to correct it, just click on the box and you can, it'll open the box back up. So why is that wrong? Remember, this says MY stands for millions of years. So that means if it's millions of years, I need to have, my value needs to be in the millions place. So that means that after the decimal, I need to have 6 digits. And I'm going to put 6 zeros. So 104, and then I'll put my 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check my estimate. Oh, did I do that wrong? Let's try that again. Maybe I should round it up because it says 104. So let's try 105, which is rounding. Oh, I know what my mistake is. Haha. The mistake is I didn't match the percent. So I'm making 2 mistakes here. Notice this percent is 34.2 and then that percent is 48.3. Well, I need to make sure my percents match. So that's another mistake you can make. So let me go ahead and move that. To be, there we go, that's close enough. So now I have 154.25 and I'm going to put in my 154 and I'm going to add my 6 zeros this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. So I get 154, 1, 2, and then I get 6 zeros after that. So that's the number I'm going to put into the table. All right, so this is the data that you, if you're using the data video because your simulation doesn't work, this is the data that you will have. However, this is not the order that these will be listed in. Remember, you want to put whatever your oldest object is on the left and whatever your youngest object is on the right. All right, hope you found this video helpful. Have a quality day.